this one. Do you at least remember what the shape looks like? You had homework on it over the weekend. Does anybody remember what the shape looks like?
What shape?
No, take it.
It's a what?
Huh? What kind of a shape, guys? Circle, line, square? Line. It's a line, right? All right. So what formula do we use when we graph a line? Y equals what?
Y equals MX.
There you go. There you go. All right, so if we line this up, we got y equals x, right? You see how I line my y up and I line my x up? Stay off your phones. We're on this. So what's that mean my m is? How many x's do I have? One, right? But I don't have anything right here, so what's my b? Zero. There you go. So I'm going to start at 0, which a lot of us did. That tried it. Started at 0. But my slope is 1, so it's not going to be a straight line. I'm going to do what? Up 1 and... Don't say over. We're going to say right, okay? Up 1 and right 1. There you go. What's the opposite of going up and right? There you go. You can do that as many times as you want. Y'all okay so far? All right, then we're going to do 2A. 2A says list the name. Guys, what's another name for a line? Don't make it hard. What, Chandra? The word line is already in it. Linear. Linear. Very good. Line segments, line segment means that it stops, Deshandra. It doesn't keep going on, okay? So we'll call it linear. Linear. All right, what about B? Do you remember what x squared looks like from Algebra 1 and from geometry? Remember what it looks like? It's not a line. It's got x squared. What's the shape look like? Is it a circle? Is it a line? Well, part A was a line, baby. This is x squared. So it's not a line. It's not a circle. It's a U. Remember the U-shaped graph? Yeah? Remember what it was called? Started with a P? There you go. Parabola. Very good.
I don't remember that.
We're going to go over it again. We're going to draw. Hold on. All right, so look. Every single one of these are called the parent graphs. Parent graphs mean they're originals, right? Like, your parent is the original of you, correct? So that means every single one of these need to start where? 0, the origin, right? Meaning the original. All right, let's do some squares. Give me the first perfect square. 1, right? So here we go. We're going to go out 1 and up 1. But we got to do that on both sides for a parabola. All right, what's the next perfect square? 4. The 2 squared, right? 2 squared, so I'm going to go out 2. And 2 squared is 4, so I'm going to go up 4. Do it on the other side. 2 squared, so I'm going to go left 2. And 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to go up 4. And you see, now make it look like a U and not a V. Make it look like a U. Like a U. Do not make it look like a V. Y'all okay? Alright, what about number 2? What's this little thing called? What's that little symbol called? That's the square root. There you go. So this is square root. So guys, what's the opposite of a square? Of the square root, right? So it's going to look just like this, but it's going to be turned sideways. So where's it supposed to start? 0, right? And what's the very first number I can take the square root of without it being a decimal? 1. So I'm going to go out 1, up 1. What's the next number I can take the square root of without being a decimal? No, 2 is 4. So I'm going to go over 4. And what's the square root of 4? Oh, square root. Square root. 2. So I'm going to go up 2. And that's all the room I've got, right? See how it looks like a parabola turn, half of a parabola turned sideways, like a little ramp? You only do half of it, because you can't square root negatives yet. So that's why you can't do this side. Like these down here are -1, -2, -3, -4. Can't square root negatives. Yes. Yes. That's the Algebra 2 part. Y'all okay? Just bringing back summer. This guy's right here, you're going to need to keep, because we're going to look back at this constantly. We're going to have to know this one, so do not lose this one. All right, so we need to go over our math workshop. I mean, not our math workshop, our ACT, right? 13 and 14. 13 and 14. 13 and 14. We did them on Friday. We need to go over them today. All right, y'all let 13 scare you. It's just foiling. All right, so foiling, it says this piece right here, 5x plus 4, times which one of those is going to give me 45x squared plus 26x minus 8, okay? Yeah, so right here, I'm going to have to say 5 times something. 5 times something is 45. What's 5 times what is 45? What's the only 3 that's got 9? A, B, and C, right? So I'm not going to pick D or E. Does that make sense to everybody? The other easy one to do is the last, right? So you got 4 times something has got to give me -8. 4 times what has to give me -8? Negative what? A negative what? A negative 2. There you go. So which one's got the 9x and the 2? B. That's all you had to do. Okay? It's just foiling but backwards. All right, what about 14? So let's see. Where are we at? We need to draw a triangle. There's actually an easier way to do this, but you haven't learned it yet. So I'm going to just do this, okay? All right, so where do you want the x to go? Do you want it to go here or here? It does not matter. Pick one. You do this in geometry. You want to put it at the bottom? Okay. All right, it gives me sine squared. Guys, how do you get rid of that square? How do you get rid of a square? What's the opposite of a square? Square root it. There you go. So we're going to put sine of x is because those cancel. And what's the square root of 4? 2, right? Y'all okay so far? I'm doing this a little different. I know that's not technically the right answer if you're looking at this. It's not technically the right answer, but we're going to go with it for right now. All right, so here we go. What was sine? Do you remember the SOHCAHTOA? SOHCAHTOA? You remember that? So what is sine? What does the O and the H stand for? There you go. Very good. So right here, from x, where is the opposite side of the triangle from across over here? So what number is on the top? 2. So remember this was opposite over hypotenuse? Where is the hypotenuse? On the longest side across from the right angle. There you go. Here's 13. And then you got to use Pythagorean theorem, right? So what are your 2 legs? 2 and what do you want to call this? Well, we can't call it x. It's already x. A. All right, here we go. So we got a squared plus 2 squared equals. There you go. What's 2 squared? 4. What's 13 squared? 169. Subtract them and you get. Yeah. All right. Can we square root that? You get your calculators? It's not going to be a perfect sum. It'll be close enough. 165. How much is that? Why is that not coming out right? 12.85, you said? Alright. Something's not right. Why is that not coming out right? All right, so what is cosine? There you go. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So, I thought, yeah. Over 13, right? Eamon, do you have a pass that? Okay. All right, which one's got the 13 on the bottom? What's the only one that's got the 13 on the bottom? H, right? The reason the number didn't come out right is because there's actually another way we should have done it, but you don't know how to do that way yet. So at least it'll get you a little bit. Are y'all okay? Remember? Do you remember this from geometry?
Nope.
We got a whole quarter at the end of the quarter. So, Jenna, what you got, babe? Oh, sweet. Hey, you get them right. You get them right. All right, so here we go. What do we have tomorrow? A perfect squares test. A perfect squares test. So, put everything away real quick. Put everything away real quick. Just close up your folder real quick. Because we got a perfect squares test tomorrow, so we got to go over this real quick. So, you do not get to use your calculator tomorrow, but you can use it right now. But you don't get to use it tomorrow, and you don't get to use that list of numbers that I gave you either. All right, what's the very first one? 36, yep. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, that's up to 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Y'all okay? All right, 16. You got to study them. What's 16? 256. 17. 289. 18. How much? 324. Yeah. What are we on? 19. 361. Yep. There you go. 20 is easy. 400, right? 441 is 21. 484. 23. 29. Yep. 24. 24. Use your calculator real quick. 576. And last one is 25. 625. Guys, you have to, it's a test grade. Okay? You have to know, it's a test grade. You have to know them. It's a test grade. Get it good? Y'all okay? Okay. Please get off of your phone. Last time I'm going to ask. All right, so here's what we got to do. We got to turn homework in. Homework was page 15 and 16. And I sent you a message yesterday and reminded you of it. 15 and 16 in your notes. Please make sure your name is on it. And then turn it into the tray. It is better to turn it in to me late this afternoon or tomorrow than it is to not turn them in at all. Better to turn it in late than not at all, okay? In your notes, guys.
Yeah, you did, Ty.
A lot of you did it in class. All right, then we're on page 17. Guys, this is it, page 17. We're reviewing tomorrow, taking our perfect squares test tomorrow, and then we got a test on Thursday. Y'all okay? All right. All right, here we go. Slope intercept. What's the formula for slope intercept, guys? There you go. You got it, girl. Go on. Y equals mx plus b. A slope intercept. That's the slope. That's just the slope formula. We're going to use that number 2. All right, right here. What letter do they give me right here? Slope is -5. What is that?
Negative.
What letter?
M.
That's M, right? Slope is M. All right, then they give me 2 letters right here. They give me -3 and they give me -8. It's in an order pair. So what 2 letters are those? There you go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, right here. I'm not going to put Y anymore. What am I going to put for Y? -8. Kobe, we're at page 17, baby. All right, I'm not going to put M. What am I going to put? -5. Yeah. And I'm not going to put X. What am I going to put? Yeah. There you go. So now I can figure out. All right, so what can I do from here? I got to find out what B is. Yeah. Which gives me? There you go. Yep. You got your calculator? What's -8 minus 15? Use your calculator. Go. You're going to need it in a minute anyway. Oh, -8 subtract 15 is -23. There you go. All right, what did it say? It said write an equation. So, what are the only 2 numbers? What are the only 2 numbers that you use in y equals mx plus b? There you go. You need your slope, which is -5x. And then you need your y-intercept, which is a -23. Are y'all okay? All right, you try number 3. You try number 3, go. Number 3 is the same thing. Try number 3. Try number 3. We're going to skip number 2. We're going to come back to that one. You try number 3. Not bad, guys, not bad. All right, here's the only thing we're doing wrong. You ready? You've got to read this like you read a book. All right, replace this. What are we going to replace y with? -8. What are we going to replace m with? -2/3. What are we going to replace x with? 6 over 1, or just 6, and then plus b. Y'all are trying to jump everywhere. Read it like you read a book. All right, here we go. How do we type this in? Parentheses, negative 2/3 is negative 2 divided by 3, and then times 6. What'd you get? Negative 4. There you go. Negative 8 equals negative 4 plus b. All right, how do I move this? There you go. So what's your b? There you go. Perfect. All right, here we go. So what's my slope? Yeah, don't forget your x with it. And then minus 4. Good job, guys. Y'all okay? All right, let's do number 2. You ready? What you got, Kobe? If you didn't do it like this, you just won't get all your points, because in the directions, it wanted you to write that equation. Okay? You'll get some points if you do this, just not all your points. All right, number 2. You ready? What am I missing in number 2? What do they not give me, that number 1 and number 3? The slope, right? But we did this last week. How do you find the slope between these two? Remember this? Do y'all remember that from last week? You had a checkpoint on it on Friday, which you're still on the tray we got to finish? It doesn't matter the order, right? The only thing that matters is that you do them in the same order. So what are your two y's? 3 and 1. Do you want to do 3 minus 1, or do you want to do 1 minus 3? It does not matter. 3 minus 1? All right, here's the only thing that matters. Here's the only thing that matters. If you started with the 3, you got to start with the negative 2. That's the only thing that matters. So it's negative 2 minus 0. All right, what's 3 minus 1? 2. What's negative 2 minus 0? And now you got your slope, right? All right, pick one. It does not matter. Pick one. The easiest one's going to be this one, right? Because it's got a 0. So which one's my x here? 0. And my y? There you go. So let's plug it in. So it's the same thing. You just got to do an extra step to find your slope first, okay? All right, here we go. Y is going to be 1. Yeah. Times 0. There you go. All right, so you got, what's negative 1 times 0? 0. 0. So they go, bless you, it goes away. So I got, my slope is negative 1x plus 1. There you go. What? Okay. All right, y'all try number 4. Same thing. Y'all try number 4. Go. Number 4, number 4, number 4. All right, which one did y'all use first for your y's? 7 minus negative 3. It doesn't matter. Watch, we'll get the same answer. So you should have got 10 over negative 5, negative 2, right? Okay. All right, so let's see. Which one did y'all pick? Pick the first one? Okay. If you pick the second one, you'll get the same final answer, okay? So see, that'll be 7 equals -2 times -2. So what's -2 times -2? 4. How do I move the 4? There you go. 3. So what's my equation? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Y'all okay? All right, here we go. So this is from geometry down here at the bottom. What's wrong?
I can not see the negative or why.
Just slow down. That's honestly what it is. You're just trying to go to a mess. That's all it is. You okay then? Okay. I just forgot to get the negative right there. All right, look down the bottom. What kind of lines have the same slope? Starts with a P.
Parallel.
Parallel. There you go. Do you remember the symbol for parallel? The two. Look at right here. See the two lines and the L's? That's the same for parallel. That's the symbol. Okay. All right. Which ones have negative reciprocals? Perpendicular. There you go. What was the symbol for that one? Upside down T. There you go. All right. What if I were to give me a number, any number? 7. And I wanted you to find the parallel slope. Parallel means they have the same slope. So what's the parallel slope? 7. What if I were to give you -4/7? What's the parallel slope? Oh, same. -4/7. There you go. What if I were to give you, let's do the same thing. Perpendicular. There you go. Change the sign. What's the opposite of a negative? A positive. And then flip this guy. What do you get? 7/4. All right. What about 7? What's the opposite of a positive? Negative. By flipping. There you go. 1/7. Y'all okay? Is this bringing back some memories from geometry, hopefully? If not, we're going to do some. All right, flip over on the back. But the last thing we're going to do, flip over on the back. Flip, flip, flip. What we got? 4 problems left? Yeah. All right, here we go. Last 4, and then we're done, guys. We're almost done. We're almost done. All right, number 5. Here we go. What's that word? Parallel. Parallel means the same. So what's my slope? They already give it to you. -4. Right here, they give you your slope. -4. So parallel will be the same thing. So the same thing is -4. Y'all okay? Am I lost? All right. So what are the 2 points they give you? -2 and 5. Here we go. Same thing, guys. Same thing we've been doing. What's my y? 5. What's my slope? What's my x? There you go. You get 8. Oh, how do I move that? I gotta move it. There you go. Subtract it. Perfect. All right, what's my equation? Y equals? Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's see. Then, what, Bo? All right, number 8. Go down to number 8. All the way down to the bottom. Number 8. Y'all try number 8. Go. Number 8, go. What's your word on number 8? Underline it. Parallel. There you go. You got to find that first. Number 8, parallel.
Bless you.
Alright guys, what's your slope on number 8? There you go. Alright, so let's see. Y equals mx plus b, negative 6 4/3 times negative 6. What? Okay. Alright, so we got parentheses 4 divided by 3 times negative 6 equals negative 8. Yep. And how do I move that negative 8? There you go. Positive 2. Looks good, looks good. Y'all are rocking this. There you go. Y'all okay? Alright, sweet. Let's do one more together. One more by yourselves, and then we're done, okay? Alright, let's do number 6 together. Alright, what's wrong with number 6? You can't find your slope until you do something to this guy right here.
Put it in.
You gotta get y by itself. There you go. Oh Lord, what was that? Alright. Not yet, he's not. Alright, that's a positive x, right? So we're going to subtract it. So we got negative 6y is equal to negative 1x plus 2. Make sure you put your 1 there. Alright, now look, if you divide this guy by negative 6, yep, you got to divide each one by negative 6. Alright, what happens to these two negatives? Yep, turn to a positive. Alright, what happens to these guys right here? What's a positive and negative? Negative. And then what's 2 over 6 reduce 2? Negative 1 over 3. There you go. What's your slope? 1 over 6, but slow down. What was the word it told me this time? There you go. Change the sign. Positive. Opposite of that is negative. Flip it and you get 6 over 1. That's just negative 6. Alright, same thing. Here we go. What's my y? 4. Now, what's the slope that I'm going to use? Negative 6. And then the x is 2. Y'all okay? Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Alright, what about 7? Y'all try 7, okay? What's the key word on 7? Slow down. There you go. You got to slow down. Alright, 7, and then we're going to finish our checkpoints, and that's it. When you get finished, checkpoints are in the tray. Come find yours. Finish them up. Alright guys, let's go over this real quick. So what'd you get as your slope? No. Slope to begin with. What's your slope? -5. There you go. What's your perpendicular slope? There you go. Alright, so let's see. You got -2 equals 3 times 1 over 5, right? Did y'all get that? No? Yes? Alright. So let's see. Put that over 1. And that's just 3 over 5. Y'all okay so far? Alright, don't let it freak you out. Just like anything else, how do you move this to the other side?
Put a 1 over it.
Yeah, you put a 1 over that too, but how do I move this guy? There you go. Alright, when you subtract fractions, what has to happen? Same what? Same denominator. We got 5 and I got 1. There you go. Times that by 5. Times that by 5. What's this give me? -10 over 5 minus 3 over 5. What's -10 minus 3? -13 over 5. There you go. Alright, so what am I going to write? What's my new equation? Y equals, yeah? 1 over 5. Yeah? 13 over 5. There you go. Y'all okay? Alright, here we go. So we got checkpoints we got to finish. Once you finish your checkpoint, if you still have a little bit of time, then if you didn't finish your homework, you could work on that real quick. It'd be better to turn it in late than it would be for nothing at all, right? What you got?
Let's see. You have to combine two.
Mm-hmm.